was an ordinary day. Then she walked in and looked my way. With just a glance, yeah, I was sold. My head in disarray. How are you? How's your night been going? I said, I'm not that type of guy, you know. But why don't we talk? Yeah, let me buy you a drink. And then she kissed my face, yeah. I'm falling. I was all in. Now I'm running to survive. You got me in overdrive. I'm running, yeah, you've done it. I'm running so fast, you love it. I hope this day it never ends now. Your pretty face has got me in overdrive. After she had me in her grips, then she let go and tossed me in. Just like a shirt into the wash. We'll never know what could have been. I want another chance to prove that I could be the one for you. How could you make me feel so good and then do those evil things you do now? I'm falling. I was all in. Now I'm running to survive. You got me in overdrive.
Of gilts that were born from July the 7th to July the 25th. Go ahead and start bringing those up here. We're looking for 6 head. We need pigs from Briston Birdwell, Noah Richter, Kendall Dilling, Trenton Mills, Easton Hoy, and Hayden Warndell. Worked as a county agent, Williamson County, where he still resides. Is he retired? He's still active as a county agent. Excuse me, I just got correct on that. He's still active as a county agent in Robertson County. Again, these will be Berkshire Breeding Gilts. Fair dates on these Berkshire Breeding Gilts will be from July the 7th to July the 25th. Yes.
Joseph got a job yet? He was bidding him like, hey, they got to do it. All shocked. Facebook started stalking. He said he had somebody buy a double ring. Oh, yeah. He said sold you one that's supposed to before. Yeah. I was worried about that. But we do not know. Maybe no. I didn't know she's coming.
She's been sitting over there for 30 minutes.
Oh, my dad's right here.
First class in the ring, go ahead and start
Mine over there.
the next class of Hereford Breeding Hog. The Gilts compared from August 1st
To September 1st. Berkshire Breeding Gilts. Go ahead and start bringing up the last class of Berkshire Breeding Gilts. Fair dates August 1st to September 1st.
What's the bump check?
75. Tomorrow was okay.
I had one more list too if we need it.
We'll compare here. I guess I'll write that in heat. I have a pencil if you want a pencil. You're okay. I'm gonna do this in pencil, but I better do it in ink. I'll just scratch out of it.
Tonight in our ring, we have help from our Guadalupe County Fair Queen. We have our Best Dressed Western winner, which is Alexis Schultze. And we also have with us our Guadalupe County Miss Roundup, Grace Vogel here assisting, passing out ribbons. We appreciate their help. Thank you very much.
Up front, the older class gilt is going to be our champion.
Congratulations. Champion Berkshire Breeding Gilt, Kendall Dilling, Marion FFA. Will now be judging for our reserve champion breeding gilt. Attention in the barn, Chester Breeding Gilts. We have one class, fair dates 7/15 to 8/23. We need the following exhibitors, pigs up here: Morgan Booker, Donald Bigelow, Harley Frost, Lucas Gilner, and Mason Richter.
When we get down to selection of a reserve, I think we definitely have two gilts with some different look and design to them. The older gilt is one of them that's really extended up front. She's really attractive on the side profile. I get a little concerned when we study her out through her hip as far as her levelness. She struggles just a little off those rear feet at times. Is she as wide as the gilt that we use? No, she certainly isn't, but she's got that really neat look to her. The gilt out of the younger class, I think, is the one that looks a lot like the gilt that we use for champion as far as the rib that she has in her center body, the type of muscle that she has, and I think she's more flexible. We're going to use the young man's gilt out of the younger class for our reserve.
Reserve champion, Berkshire Breeding Gilt, Jackson Man, Marion FFA. Congratulations. For those of you who are interested, we just want to let you know that the whole hog show, the breeding show, and the market show will be live streamed, or is being currently live streamed as well, by Jeffrey's Livestock. That will be available on YouTube, Facebook, and the website, Jeffrey's Livestock. Sponsored by B&B and MT Hart Livestock. Attention to the barn. Go ahead and start bringing up your Duroc breeding gilts. Fair dates July 1st through July the 12th. Start bringing up your Duroc breeding gilts. Thank you.
We just have one class at Chester's, really top end, couple of top ones up here are really nice kind of designed animals. The female that I chose to start with, one of them that's really good in her design. When you look at her on the side profile, I like her. She's tall shouldered. One of them that's really opened up behind her, her blade. She's got enough softness to her center for me. She's got plenty of muscle. I think she gets along good enough on those rear legs. I just think she's a pretty complete, pretty nice individual to represent the Chester breed for our champion. The one that I thought looked the second most like her is the smallest one in the class. She's also a month younger than the rest of them. I think she's designed a lot like the female that we started with as far as extension up front. She too has some power when you study her. She's got some rib shape to her. When we evaluate her and look at her, she's broody enough looking for her age that she is. I just don't know if she's got quite as much power from behind as the gilt that we used to win the division with, but another really nice representative for our reserve Chester tonight. Turn our third place back out. Here's another one that has a ton of muscle in her. She's got a ton of power in her when she comes to and goes away from us. She just gets a little coarser fronted, not as feminine up through that front end as the two that we used in front of her. She's a tick on the smaller side. She's got a little bit of a rupture underneath. Not sure whether that's just a little bit of swelling there or what's going on, but she's got just a touch of it going on at this point. As I said, if you want one that's got a lot of power, she's the one. She just needs to be more attractive for me. Then we get into a gilt that maybe gets a little plainer in her look as we put her out on the drive. She doesn't really want to walk for us real well, but I mean, she's got a lot of good points about her. She's extended enough up through the front end. Is she as powerful as the three that we used above her? Probably not. But I think that she's a good, usable kind of gilt that logically ends up in fourth. The one that we have in fifth, for me, she pushes her blades a little far forward, gets a little straighter up in that front, gets a little coarser in her neck. Now, if you like power, you study her behind her blades on back. She's got a ton of muscle in her. She's really opened up. Just like to make her more feminine fronted to move her up higher. Really nice set of Chester. Let's give them a round of applause.
Thank you, Mr. Schneider. Our placings in the Chester Gilts are first place, let's start with fifth, Morgan Booker, Navarro FFA. Fourth place will be Harley Frost, Navarro FFA. Third place, Lucas Gilner, Navarro FFA. Second place and reserve champion Chester Breeding Gilt goes to Mason Richter of Cibolo Creek FFA. And the first place and champion Chester Breeding Gilt goes to Donald Bigelow, Marion FFA. Our Seguin Swine Breeder bump check goes to Mason Richter. Breeder is Doug Alderson. Congratulations to everybody. I've been asked to announce also, please, in compliance with the COVID restrictions we're under, please wear your face mask if possible. We appreciate it. Thank you. Currently coming into the ring will be our first class of Duroc Breeding Gilts. We have 11 of them in this first class. Fair dates are going to be from July the 1st through July the 12th. These will be our Duroc Breeding Gilts. We have 3 different classes of breeding gilts by age.
Attention in the barn. The market hog classes are posted on the door over there. Please, please, please check on those tonight. If there's any type of discrepancy or anything like that, we really need to know about it tonight. Don't come in tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock and want to get it changed. So please look tonight and make sure everything is right on the market hogs. You got the right breed and the right class and everything like that. Thank you.
I'll show you pictures, but there's way more.
Our swine judge tonight is Edward Schneider, who's graduated from Texas A&M in 1980 with a degree in animal science. He started his career as a county agent in Williamson County in 1980, and then he moved to Robertson County, where he's still active there as county agent since 1984. We welcome Mr. Schneider. Thank you very much. Attention to the barn, go ahead and start bringing up our second class of Duroc Gilts. These gilts have been faired between July the 15th and July the 28th. We got a total of 8 head. Go ahead, start bringing up the second class of Duroc Gilts, fair 715 through 728. We have some special help in the ring tonight I want to introduce you to. We have Alexis Schultze. She's our Guadalupe County Fair Best Dressed winner. She's helping out pass our ribbons. And we also have Grace Vogel, who's our Guadalupe County Miss Roundup 2020-2021. Thank you, young ladies, for helping us out here. For those of you who cannot make the Market Hog Show tomorrow, there's still an opportunity for you to watch the show via a live stream from Jeffrey's Livestock. You can find it on YouTube, Facebook, and on the Jeffrey's Livestock website. The sponsors for the live stream are D&D Farm and Ranch and MT Hart Livestock. Thank you very much for making that available to those that can't be here and those who may be ill at home or whatever. But we will have it live streamed tomorrow, as this show is tonight. It's also being live streamed as you sit here. Thank you. Attention in the barn, second class of Duroc Gilts. Go ahead, start bringing those up if you're not up here already. Fair dates will be from July the 15th to July the 28th. We have a total of 8 entries. Thank you.
Does this mean the batteries are out?
Oh.
Really nice class. Test. Really nice class of. Is that the other one? Do we need to turn it up? Really nice class of older Duroc Gilts. I think that we got 2 of them up here at the top that look a lot alike. They're designed a lot alike. They're big rib kind of animals. They're powerful, coming to you, going away from you. I think when it comes right down to it, the young lady on my right, that one's a little better in front of her blades as far as being a little more feminine, a little more extended. The other one, not quite as much there. But I think the real difference in the 2 of them is just the way they handle those rear feet. I think this one drives with a lot more authority around the ring. That one wants to stab that right rear leg at times out on me. If we could correct that on her, she could sure give this one a real run for her money. I think that's 2 really, really nice kind of gilts at the top. When we come to our third place, big, broody kind of gilt, maybe too big, maybe carrying a little more condition than would be ideal. But, boy, she just happened to get in a class with 2 really good ones on top. She's powerful as well. She's powerful in her rib. She's one of them that is certainly, I think, sound enough around the ring. Just like to lean her up a little bit, maybe make her just a notch more moderate in her overall frame. Young man coming out next, just a really good, complete kind of hog that's got some look, some design, just not as powerful as the 3 that we put above. Doesn't come to me opened up as much as the 3 above, but a really nice design, probably as long-fronted as any of them that we have out here. Next pig is the really cool made one out of the bunch. She is really cool neck. She's opened up enough. She's powerful enough in her top. She's just got to set those rear legs down with more authority for me. She wants to hawk in just a little bit, makes her less attractive when she's out going away from me. But there too is one of them that if you want some pieces to breed to, she could be the best one of the bunch. Really, really good set of Durocs in this class.
To lock and unlock.
I apologize. We're having microphone problems up here for a few seconds, so I'm going to go ahead and give you placings for that first class of Duroc Gilts. Starting with 11th place, Monique Gonzalez, Cibolo Creek FFA. 10th place goes to Landon Kessler, Cibolo Creek FFA. 9th place, Cross Kelso, New Berlin 4-H. 8th place goes to Colson Mooney, New Berlin 4-H. 7th place goes to Orion Johnson, Marion FFA. 6th place goes to Haley Blades, Navarro FFA. 5th place to Jenna Contreras, Cibolo Creek FFA. 4th place to Weston Tebow, Marion 4-H. 3rd place to Avery Larius, Marion FFA. 2nd place goes to Cody Kelso, New Berlin 4-H. And 1st place goes to Briley Clufus, Marion FFA. Congratulations to all. Briley also will be winning the Seguin Swine Breeders bump check of $75. And the breeder was Kelso and Son. Congratulations to breeder and participant. Thank you. Attention in the barn. Go ahead, start bringing up the last class of our Duroc Gilts. These gilts will be faired from August the 6th through September the 4th. We have 5 head. Go ahead, start bringing those up. Attention in the barn. Go ahead and start bringing up the last class of Deer Hawk Gilts, faired August the 6th through September the 4th. We have 5 entries.
Well, really, another really nice set of Duroc Gilts. I chose to go with the one that's got the great look, the great design on the side profile. Without a doubt, probably the most extended, the tallest shouldered one that we've seen all night. Uh, She's good enough boned, heavy enough structured. She's sure level out through that hip. One of them that I think tracks true enough from behind to not give me any concern. She goes around the ring quite easily. She's deep enough rib where I have a question on her. Is her internal rib wide enough for me? Does she have enough there to make a good productive sow? If she had just a little extra oomph right behind the shoulder there, blow that rib out just a little bit, I think she's an easy class winner. As it is, I think the pig in second place pushes her a little bit because she is better there. But a pig that I think we just can't get around that great look and design that she has. She really, really is tall-shouldered and really attractive on the side profile. The next young man that's driving the other pig out here, one of them that's the kind that keeps you in business. She's a complete hog. She's got enough extension. She's got enough rib. She's got enough muscle. Just a really nice, complete kind of pig that I think logically goes up into the second hole. Is she quite as heavy structured as our class winner? Probably not. She's not. She may be as long necked, but she's not as cool and feminine necked as the next one. Next pig coming out just gets really powerful out here. A notch smaller maybe overall than I'd like to see, but boy, if you want the width, this is the winner of the class because she has the most width of all of them. Probably a little too much for me for a breeding hog. She's a little bit too powerful from behind. I'd rather take just a notch of that muscle out of her, yet she still has a pretty good look to her, just a little bit smaller and a little bit too powerful as far as design for me for a breeding hog, but a really good one, young lady. You just happen to get in a nice class. Next pig we got coming out. Good job. Another one that you can just call pretty complete. Is she as tall at her shoulders? The other one's probably not. Is she as cool up through her front end? Probably not. But she too has some shape of muscle. She has some rib in her. She has especially some depth of rib. I think her muscle's good enough, and I think she tracks good enough around the ring. Just a nice, complete one to end up in the fourth hole. Let's give all those exhibitors a round of applause.
Placing in our second class of Duroc Gilts, faring from July the 15th to July the 28th. 8th place, Dominique Gresham, Navarro FFA. 7th place goes to Ethan Bowman, Cibolo Creek FFA. 6th place goes to Cade Kurz, Marion FFA. 5th place, William O'Neill, Navarro FFA. 4th place goes to Dallas Oliver, Cibolo Creek FFA. 3rd place goes to Lena Loyola, Marion FFA. 2nd place goes to Taylor Brawley, Seguin FFA. And 1st place, our class winner, is Geneva Toscano, Cibolo Creek FFA. Our Seguin swine breeder bump check goes to our 2nd place gilt, showed by Taylor Brawley. The pig was bred by Phi Show Pigs. Congratulations to both. Entering the ring now is our last class of Duroc Gilts. Fair dates on these gilts will be August 6th through September 4th. We have 5 entries. Attention to the barn, go ahead, start bringing up our Hamp Gilts. We only have one class of Hamp Gilts. Fairing dates are from July the 7th through July the 22nd. We have 3 entries. Go ahead, bring your Hamp breeding gilts. Our 2021 Seguin swine breeders are as follows. We have Chuck Rial, Kelso Genetics, Marshall Stry, Robert Hebner, Daggy Show Pigs, Greg and Vince Frankowiak, Warren Lautman, 5 Show Pigs, MT Hart Livestock, Alderson Farms, 4L Show Pigs, John Albert, Rory Delm, Mason Schultz, BC Show Pigs, Beck Show Pigs, and Bubba Eckert. Thank you, gentlemen, for so generously donating to our show, both tonight. Again, we're paying $75 for the highest placing gilt that was purchased from one of these breeders in each class. And again, tomorrow they'll be giving out $100 bump checks for our market show for the same winner of every class, the highest placing pig of every class. Thank you again, Seguin Swine Breeders.
Another really nice set of Duroc gilts. The gilt that I chose to start the class with, just a really complete, beautifully designed gilt on the side profile. Extremely level, strong down her top, yet still extremely level, tall at the shoulder, extended up in front of that blade, as feminine and extended as any of them we've seen as far as look and design. She has some body depth, some rib depth, but she also has some dimension that when you study that rib. She's big and powerful down her top. She's big out through her hip. Just a really complete, really nice kind of pig. If I wanted to change her, I might give her just a little more power down low from behind. The pig that we have in second, very much as I described, a class winner, except not quite as much, not quite as attractive, maybe as our class winner. She too needs just a little more power from me from behind, but a really complete, really attractive, really good one to end up second in this class. Really like her design as well. One we have in third, designed just like them. She just can't handle her rear legs as well as the other two above her. She doesn't have as much going away from you, but she too has that really good look on the side. One of them that maybe has as much rib shape as any of them. I just got to change her the way she drives that rear leg and give her a little bit of added dimension from behind. Fourth place pig. One of them that, this whole pig's got some body in her. She's a productive looking. I don't know how she is aged compared to the other ones, but she appears to me to be a little bit younger. She's got plenty of muscle in her. She just doesn't have as much design and look on the side profile as the three that we used above her. Next pig coming out, Another one that has some look and design. She just gets steeper out of her rump. She's just not as good there when you study her. She really wants to stab those rear legs in the ground at times. Gets up just a notch in her spine compared to the rest of them. But another really nice, complete kind of pig. 5 really nice ones in this class. Let's give them a round of applause.
Placings in our last class of Duroc Gilts are as follows. 5th place goes to Alicia Edwards, the Berlin 4-H. 4th place goes to Cage Hereford, Clemens 4-H. 3rd place goes to Auburn Frost, Navarro 4-H. 2nd place to Kendall Miller, Santa Clara 4-H. And 1st place goes to Donald Bigelow, Marion FFA. Our Seguin swine breeder bump check will be going to Cage Hereford. The breeder was Real Hog Farms. Congratulations. We will now be judging for our champion and reserve champion Duroc Breeding Gilt. Attention in the barn. Because we only have single entries, we have 3 hamps, we have single entries on the Hereford and the Landrace. Go ahead, start bringing those up here. We have the hamps, I believe, are in the holding area right now. Go ahead and bring up our 1 entry Hereford Breeding Hog and our Landrace. Bring that pig as well. Poland exhibitors, be on standby. I'll call you in a second.
Well, I think we've had a real quality Duroc drive out here. I think that all 3 of these are really good individuals, depending on what you're looking for, where you're going to put your priorities as far as a breeding program. I think that, there's one out here for me that has a great design, great look to her, yet she's powerful, she's square made, she's big topped. I think that she certainly puts them on the ground like she's supposed to. One of them that I like the design of extremely well, that's going to be the youngest gilt. And I don't want to use the youngest gilt to win breeding shows, but tonight I just think that she has an exceptional look to her. She's going to be our champion breeding Duroc breeding gilt.
Your champion Duroc Breeding Gilt is exhibited by Donald Bigelow, Marion FFA. Congratulations. We're now judging for a reserve.
For our reserve, we get out here and the 3 that we have left out in the ring. The other one out of the youngest class, as we talked about, she's designed a lot like the one I just used for champion. just not quite as much, not quite as level, not quite as attractive in her overall design. The one that came out of the middle class, extremely good design in her. I just question whether she's got enough internal dimension in her to go down the road. The one that came out of the oldest class, here's a real brood sow type. She's extremely good through her rib. She's good up through her front end for as mature as she is. She's got a ton of muscle in her, yet I think it's put on her right. I know she looks a little different than her champion, but I think she's the second best one out here tonight. Our oldest class gilt will be our reserve.
Your reserve champion, Duroc Breeding Gilt, goes to Briley Clufus, Marion FFA. Congratulations. Hereford Breeding Hog, please come to the arena. Hereford and our Landrace. Please bring both those hogs if you're not there already. I don't see you right now, but please start bringing those to the arena. Thank you. Just a reminder again, if you're not able to come to our show tomorrow, you can still watch the show via live stream. Jeffrey's Livestock Marketing is the name of the organization that's filming the show right now. You can reach it on YouTube, Facebook, and on his website, Jeffrey's Livestock Marketing. It's sponsored by this year D&D Farm and Ranch and MT Hart Livestock. Thank you very much.
Three nice pigs in the Hampshire Drive. This is a breed that it's hard to find the really good ones in nowadays. This one that we use to win the class is for me the one that puts the most good together. She's got some muscle shape in her. She's tall at the shoulder. She's got a good look from the side profile. I think she certainly opened up enough when you get behind her and view her. One of them that I'd like to just change that internal rib just a little bit. She just needs a little more roundness in her rib for me. But a nice hog that's got some muscle, got some good things about her. She's got some look and design to her. The pig that we used in second probably could have moved up. She's got some swelling in her right rear hock. I'd like to change that certainly about her and make her a little sounder off to her rear legs. But one of them that's got some body in her, she's probably better in her rib than the class winner. But one of them that just got to make her sounder off that rear leg for her to win the class today. The pig that we have in third today, one of them that gets a little deeper in her chest, gets a little jowlier when you view her up front. One of them that just like to take a little bit of that condition off of her. She's probably not as powerful in her muscle, but you have to admire the depth of body and length of body that she has. She too is a usable kind of pig. Let's give these Hampshires a round of applause, and I guess that's our champion and reserve.
Placings on our Hamp breeding gilts. Third place goes to Jackson Crane, Navarro FFA. Second place and reserve champion Hampshire breeding gilt goes to Weston Warndell, Navarro FFA. First place and grand champion Hayden Warndell, Navarro FFA. Those are our placings on our ham class. We now go to a single entry Hereford breeding gilt. Poland exhibitors, gilts fared from 7:12 to 8:15. Go ahead, start bringing those to the arena. Poland China pigs, please bring your gilts.
Good reaction. Nice pig out here in the Hereford Drive. We don't see a ton of Herefords around Texas. They're a lot more popular up north. But this is one of them that's got a nice design to her. I think that certainly she can make a good breeding piece for somebody down the road. She's fairly extended. She's opened up fairly well. Just a nice, complete kind of pig. Congratulations, young man, on your champion Hereford.
First place and champion Hereford breeding gilt goes to William O'Neill, Navarro FFA. We now have another single entry for our landrace breeding gilt. Fared on August the 8th.
It's always nice to know when you get one right. Young lady's got a really nice landrace gilt out here. She could certainly stand some competition. I don't know, are you planning on taking her to San Antonio? I think she's going to stack up pretty nice if you do. Really extended. She's got some things that are good about her that sometimes landrace are not good in. She's good on those pasterns. She's really got an attractive look to her. She's fairly tall at the point of her shoulder for a landrace. She's got the right kind of muscle in her. She's got the right amount of muscle. I think this is a pretty good one, young lady. Good luck down the road with her.
Thank you.
Congratulations to Brinley Forts for the landrace champion breeding gilt. She will also receive the Seguin Swine breeder bump check. The breeder was M.T. Hart Livestock. Poland China exhibitors with gilts fared from July the 12th through August the 15th. We need you to come to the ring now.
I announced it wrong.
Poland Breeding Gilts, fair 8:14 and 8:15. Please bring them to the arena. Cross Kelso, Case Kelso. Poland Breeding Gilts. Spot exhibitors in the barn. You can go ahead and start bringing yours up here. We have 5 in the first class. Their fair dates are from July the 1st to July the 9th. Spot breeding gilts. Go ahead and start bringing them to the front as well.
Well, we got some differences in our Polands out here, but the one that I started with is for me. When he gets her out driving, she is easily the most attractive. She's the one that's got the best design on the side profile. I see her as being deep enough rib. She's extended up through that front end. She's tall at the point of the shoulder. She's opened up enough up front. Is she the heaviest muscle one in the group? No, she's not. I think she's got enough of everything that she needs. I think that she's just a really complete one that starts the Poland class. Our second place is probably carrying a little more condition than our class winner. Maybe a little more condition I'd like to see ideally. But she's a sound one moving around the ring. She's one of them that certainly is opened up when you get behind her blade. You get from behind her, she's really opened up. Just a little chubbier front end, a little shorter up through her front end. But I think she's still a high-quality breeding female. Young lady in the maroon jacket is going to be third. This one just runs downhill for me a little bit. Not as tall there when you study her at her blade. One of them that needs, for me, she needs a little more depth of rear flank in her to balance up a little bit better. But one of them that is really long-bodied and has some good parts about her as well. Young lady in fourth, one of them that for me stabs that right rear leg just a little bit too hard out here. We have some problems with that. As far as extension up front, she's really cool. She's big top. I think she just needs to be sounder to go up higher. Really nice set of Polands. Let's give them a round of applause.
Placings in our first class of Poland Gilts are as follows. 8th place goes to Grace Richter, Cibolo Creek FFA. 7th place goes to Laney Farrell, Cibolo Creek FFA. 6th place goes to Kelsey Booker, Navarro FFA. 5th place goes to Cody Kelso, the Berlin 4-H. 4th place goes to Kinley Lemberg, Marion FFA. 3rd place goes to Kaylee Miller, Santa Clara 4-H. 2nd place goes to Kaylee Miller, Santa Clara 4-H. And 1st place, Kason Klufus, Marion FFA. Kason will also receive the Skiing Swine Breeder Bump Check. The breeder is Kelso Genetics. Congratulations to all.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I know we're getting close to being the end of the breeding show, but you please got to remember we got to wear the mask. That is part of our agreement with the Livonia Chamber of Commerce, the county of Wilson County, and everything. We really need to wear the mask, otherwise there could be other consequences. So I'm asking you, today, tomorrow, we really need to wear a mask or any type of face covering as much as possible.
Couple of nice Polands out here in the younger class, especially the gilt that we start the class with. Here's a really good Poland gilt that's she's extended enough up front, she's balanced, she's designed right on side profile, she's got enough width, she's got the right kind of rib for me, just like her from behind. She travels around the ring good enough. That's a really nice complete Poland gilt. The gilt that we have in second, one of them that's, if you want the muscle hog, she's got a lot of mass, she's got a lot of muscle. She wants to stab those legs outside of her body as she goes away from us some. But that's one of them that you have to admire for the amount of muscle, the amount of width that she does possess. Two really nice pigs in this younger class.
Places in our second class of Poland breeding gilts. Second place goes to Case Kelso, Marion FFA. First place goes to Cross Kelso, New Berlin 4-H. Case will be the recipient of the Seguin Swine Breeders Bunk Check, and the breeder is Kelso Genetics. Congratulations.
Well, I think we've got two good representatives out here from our Poland division. You know that the Poland breed, it's pretty hard to put a really good one together. I think there's one that's pretty good out here. That's going to be our younger class gilt. It's going to be our Poland champion. I just think she's really complete. She's a good one. You can take her, breed her lots of different ways. I think she's got a lot of pluses going in her direction. Like the extension she has, like the look, the design, the width, the rib she has in her, the width, the body, all the way through. She's just a really nice, complete one. We'll turn out our second place and select our reserve.
Champion Poland breeding gilt goes to Case Kelso, Marion FFA. Excuse me, I got it wrong. Cross Kelso, excuse me.
For our reserve, as we talked about on the second place out of the younger class, tons and tons of muscle in her. She just got to be sounder off those rear two for me. I think the one that follows our champion in look and design, really good as far as those parts. She just didn't have as much as our class champion, but one of them that I think is a really good, complete kind of Poland gilt. It's got lots of length of body in her, has a lot of pluses to her. Our older class gilt will be our reserve.
Reserve champion Poland gilt goes to Kason Klufus of the Marion FFA. Congratulations all. Attention in the barn, go ahead and start bringing up your second class of spot breeding gilts. These will be fair dates from July the 17th through August the 8th. Second class of spotted breeding gilts. Go ahead. I'm sorry, excuse me, those will be fair dates from 7/17 to 7/21. There'll be 3 entries.
kind of a difficult class to put together. There's a lot of different types and kinds in here. I landed on the gilt that I think is the best combination other than her attitude that we have out here. Her muscle pattern's right. Her top is right. She's got some width underneath her. She's got the right kind of rib in her. She's attractive enough when she gets out and starts driving. She just has a terrible attitude out here tonight. But I think that she is the most complete, best one that we have out of the bunch. Young man in second, really like the design of this one as well. She just doesn't have the muscle mass that we have in the class winner. I'd like to change her, just open her up just a notch all the way through to be more competitive. But she is one of the sounder, easier moving ones as well out here in class. Third place pig, we'll turn that out. Third place pig's one of them that's better looking on the side profile than some of the other ones that we have out here. Extended enough, has some shape of muscle, but when you get behind, you get a little disappointed in the volume of muscle that she carries from behind. One of them that just doesn't put those feet down as surely as she should. She just wants to get a little tentative on her step out and such as that. Next pig that we have here, one of them that just gets a little deeper, it's a little bit overdone as far as condition and such as that. If we could change that about her and freshen her back out a little bit, I think she has a possibility of moving up just a notch as well. Another nice class of spot gilts.
Placings in our spot gilt, first class spot gilts. Fifth place goes to K.L. Mooney, Cibolo Creek FFA. Fourth place goes to Lily Conway, Cibolo Creek FFA. Third place goes to Briley Herbold, Marion FFA. Second place goes to Brody Kessler, Cibolo Creek FFA. And first place goes to Jacob Cassidy, Navarro FFA. Our Seguin Swine Breeder bump check will be going to Brody Kessler. The breeder is Greg and Vince Frankowiak. Congratulations to all. Third class of spot breeding gilts come to the holding area. These gilts will be faired from August the 2nd to August the 8th. Entering the ring right now, we have our second class of spot gilts, which were faired from July the 17th through July the 21st. We have 3 entries in this class.
Another nice spot class. I chose to go with the one that I think has the best design, best look on the side profile. When I first looked at the pig, the coarseness of its joints bothered me a little bit, but he seems to be getting along fine on them. I don't see any real swelling down there. He's just a super big bone, stout made kind of individual that's got some width to him, got some dimension down the top. I think a pig that's got enough rib in it, just a really attractive pig when he gets his head up driving, especially with that white tail. He's really square out when you study him down his top, all the way out through his tail. He's really flat and square. The pig that we have in second, one of them that I think probably maybe has a little bit more true muscle than the one that we used to win the class. Just not as nicely designed up through that front end, not as extended, a little coarser up through that neck and right in front of the blades there. But one of them that also has some rib shape to them, has some bone, has some structure. Two nice pigs at the top. Pig that we have in third just gets a little tighter out of both ends when it gets out here on the move. Pig's got a ton of muscle in it. Just like to loosen that structure up on that pig, let him move just a little bit better than what she does. Three nice pigs in this spot class. Let's give those kiddos a round of applause.
Placings in our second class of spot gilts. Third place, Jacob Cassidy, Navarro FFA. Second place goes to Emma Hartman, Navarro FFA. And first place goes to Eric Toscano, Cibolo Creek FFA. Eric will also receive a $75 bump check from our Seguin swine breeders. The breeder on the gilt was MT Hart Livestock. Yorkshire Breeding Gilts, attention to the barn. Yorkshire Breeding Gilts, start bringing devils to the arena. Our first class will be faired from August the 5th through August the 12th. We have 4 head in the first class. Excuse me. July 8th through July 24th. Sorry about that. There's three entries. Yorkshire Breeding Gilts. Mic test. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2.
Congratulations. Three really nice pigs in this spot class. There's some depth in this one from top to bottom. There's some different things that you can do. I chose to go with the pig that, for me, just is the most opened up, the most genuine in the shape. When you view him down at the top, one of them that's really level design, maybe gets just a nickel off from the hip back, but I think that's as much just on that tail as it is anything. I think this one's got about the right amount of muscle, big bone. Could it be a little softer centered, a little deeper centered? Possibly. Our second pig is almost too deep centered for me for a pig that size and age at this point. But another one's just striking on the side profile. Really has a great look to it. Has the right kind of muscle as well. I think that's two really good kind of pigs. And if you want a deeper center, deeper middle kind of pig, that would be this one. If you want one of them that's just really opened up, really got the right kind of muscle in it, you use the pig up there. So I think you could give and take on those two. I think both of them are really nice. Next pig we have coming out our third place. A pig that's designed a lot like the pig that we used in second, not as much center. Just doesn't handle those rear two as well. Just not as heavy structured as the two pigs that we used above them. But another really good kind of spotted individual. Really nice class here. Let's give these individuals a round of applause.
Places in our spot class. Third place goes to Tanner Beakley, Marion FFA. Second place goes to Ethan Bowman, Cibolo Creek FFA. And first place goes to Braden, Forts, Marion FFA. We'll be now judging for our champion spot, gilt, and reserve champion. Attention to barn Yorkshire exhibitors. We need our first class of York Gilts fair from July the 8th to July the 24th. We need you up front here.
Well, for a selection of our champion spot tonight, I think we've got three nice individuals out here, but the one that suits me best is going to come out of our middle class. Young man's pig is really good design, really extended up to his front end. A pig that's really extremely heavy bone. One of them that I think has enough muscle in him, has enough rib shape. Just a really nice spotted hog to win the spotted breed.
champion spot breeding gilt goes to Eric Toscano, Civil FFA. Congratulations. Will not be judged for reserve.
We get ready to select our reserve out here. Each of the pigs that we have left out, the gilt out of the older class, their attitude's not good, but there's a good, practical, usable kind of gilt that has some muscle in it. She has some width, so her muscle shape is right. Just a really nice kind of gilt to win that older class. The second place out of that middle class, another one that is long-bodied, tall-shouldered kind of pig. Maybe not quite as neat and clean up through that front end. Wants the chine bone wants to get up in her just a notch, but a pig that has a lot of good parts to her. But the one that suits me second best is going to come out of our youngest class. Here's one of them that's really powerful as far as muscle, shape, type. Bone is really good in that pig. Squareness is good. I think just a really nice spotted individual out of that younger class.
Reserve champion spot gilt goes to Braden Forts, Marion FFA. Congratulations. We will now have our York Gilts coming in. This first class of 3 will vary from July the 8th through July the 24th. We have 3 entries in this first class of Yorkshire Gilts. Second class of Yorkshire Gilts in the barn, please start bringing those up. Second class will be ferried from August the 5th to August the 12th. Attention in the barn. Second class of Yorkshire Gilts. We need you in the holding area. These gilts are faired from August the 5th through August the 12th. Please bring them up to the holding area.
Well, if you want a really opened up, stout, heavy muscled Yorkshire Gilt, this is one that I use to win the class. Is the one for you. She's really big topped. One of them that when you get behind her, you realize how much muscle she has in her. Maybe a little bit too much, but she still she pounds them just a little bit. But she's sounder to me than the Gilt that we have in second. She's extended enough up through the front end. I would like to square her just a little bit when you look down her top line. The Gilt that we have in second, one of them that I certainly like the front end better on her. I like the design better on her, but I just can't forgive that right rear leg, the way she pounds it out here in the ring tonight. If we could change that on her, she could certainly go up a notch in this class. Two really good gilts on top there to start the class. Young man, will turn your third place gilt out. Here's one of them that's just a little plainer in her muscle, yet she still has some body depth in her. She still has some rib shape in her. A gilt that certainly is usable, is just a kind of conventional type gilt. Just needs more muscle and power to go up higher tonight. Really nice set of York gilts to start off. Nice set of York Gilts. There was some give and take in this class as far as where I was going to land and what I was going to use. But I think this is the one that's the most complete. She's growthy. She's one of them that's got some muscle in her. She's got some design in her. Boy, I sure like to lengthen that face out on her, lengthen her neck out on her. I think it would sure add a lot to her. But she is opened up when she comes to you. She's one of them that's got a big top. She's got plenty of rib in her. She's just a really good pig from her blade back. The pig that's in second, the one that bothers me in the class, probably as far as design and everything, it's my favorite one easily in this class. Really big top, really expressive. One of them that's got plenty of width from front to rear, from blade to tail. A really good kind of pig. Just gets a little smaller and just wants to stomp those rear feet just ever so slightly. If I can make that pig just a notch bigger out here in this class, I certainly think that it could be a class winner as well. The pig that we have in third, one of them that, just gets a little plainer in his overall muscle, especially when you get down low and the ham. One of them that is not as opened up as the two that I used above it, but a nice pig as far as the look on the side profile. The pig that we have in fourth, one of the smaller pigs in the class, one of the more lightweight pigs in the class, but one of them that just wants to narrow up on us just a little bit. But boy, you're talking about another one that has a great look and design as far as length of front end. One of them that's really level in its design, just needs to be opened up more to go up higher in this class. 4 nice York Gilts in that class. Let's give those exhibitors a round of applause.
Placings in our class of Yorkshire Gilts. We have fourth place is Weston Warndell. The Vero FFA. Third place is Avery Larios, Marion FFA. Second place is Cage Hereford of the Clemens 4-H. And first place goes to Kendall Dilling, Marion FFA. The Skeen Swine Breeder bump check goes to Cage Hereford. The breeder is Real Hog Farms. Attention to the barn. We need the cross breeding gilts. Our first class has 2 entries. Fair on 7-2 and 7-9. And go ahead and bring up the next class as well. Their fair dates will be 7:15 through 7:25. Cross breeding gilts. Start bringing them to the holding area. We are now judging for our champion and reserve champion Yorkshire breeding gilts.
Well, I think we got two nice individuals out of here. It's whether or not you want a really stout, wide, heavy-muscled one that still gets around pretty good in the ring, yet she still has a pretty good look to her. Yeah, you might want to level her in the design just a notch, but just a really nice, complete one. Or if you want one that maybe has just a nickel, better look on the side, maybe a little more the muscle pattern that I prefer. But she just gets a little shorter face, a little quicker up through her front end, maybe than I'd like to ideally. I think when it comes down to it, the one that suits me best, the one that checks most of the boxes is going to be out of the older class. Congratulations, young man.
Our champion Yorkshire breeding gilt goes to Case Kelso, Marion FFA. Congratulations.
Well, as we mentioned earlier, if we could just change the rear leg on this Yorkshire Gilt out of the older class, I think she's got a lot of design to her. I think she's got a lot of real pluses. I just got to see her sound her off that rear leg. We're going to use our younger class winner for our reserve.
Reserve champion Yorkshire breeding gilt goes to Isabella Hartman. Sorry about that. Hold on.
That's okay.
My apologies. Reserve champion breeding gilt goes to Kendall Dilling, Marion FFA. Congratulations, Kendall.
Well, two nice gilts in our first crossbred class. I chose to go with the Blue Butt gilt out here. I think that she is the one that looks most like a breeding hog of the two. She's extended enough. She's really big top. She's really opened up. She's big ribbed. The rib shape is like it should be. She's opened up in the front. Plenty of muscle from behind. I think that she's a really nice kind of crossbred breeding gilt. If you wanted to change her, maybe you'd add just a notch of bone to her, but that's a pretty nice individual. The pig that we have in second, if you want one with a huge top in it, this is the one for you because you could hold a bucket of water in this top. He's so grooved up. But having said that, this pig needs to be softer in its rib, needs to have more rib shape in it for a breeding gilt. Cool fronted, maybe needs to be notched taller shoulder, but really good muscle kind of pig that's really long body. Two nice pigs in this class.
Placing in our first class of cross gilts, second place is Tyler Bellamy, Sidlow Creek FFA. First place is Jeannie Woodley, Seguin FFA. Congratulations. Our Seguin swine breeder bump check in the last class goes to Jeannie Woodley. The breeder is BC Show Hogs. Congratulations. Attention in the barn, go ahead and start bringing up the last class of cross gilts. These gilts will be ferried from August the 2nd through August the 15th. Also, if you had a breed champion or reserve champion, go ahead and start getting those pigs up and ready in your pen. Don't bring them at this time. Just get them up and ready because we'll be calling you in just a little bit as soon as we finish the cross class.
two really nice gilts at the top of this class. I chose to go with the more chromed up pig out here. One of them that, man, she really has a good look on the side profile. She's extended up through from that blade forward. I'd like to make her just a little longer headed, a little stouter headed maybe, but she really has that great look to her. She's tall at the shoulder. She's level in her design and top line. She's got that tail set up there where it needs to be. She gets around the ring quite well. I think she's got enough rib shape for me. I think her conditioning is more ideal than the pig that we have in second. For me, she gets a little bit overdone. She's one of them that is not quite as clean and neat up through her front end. But boy, there's one that's got a ton of meat and product in her when you evaluate her. Huge down her top, huge out behind. Just another really nice kind of individual. Pig we have coming third, I thought most closely followed the type of those two. She's also big top, just not as nicely designed as the two that we used above her. She too has lots of muscle. I'd like to put those rear legs down with a little bit more authority, get her moving out in the ring just a notch better. The spotted off pig out here just gets a little quicker in an overall pattern and design for me compared to the other pigs that we have out. Just like to lengthen this pig out through the front end a notch, lengthen it out overall just a notch, maybe make it just a little bit bigger. But here's one of them too that has a ton of product, ton of muscle. View it down its top. It's really shapely and looks good down its top. 4 really nice crossbred gilts in this class.
Placings in our second class of cross gilts. Fourth place, Hadley Moat, Marion FFA. Third place goes to Emma Linsman, Marion FFA. Second place goes to Lena Loyola, Marion FFA. And our first place pig belongs to Holly Alderson, Marion FFA. And she will also see the Ski and Swine breeder bump check. And the breeder was Alderson Farms. Congratulations to all. Attention, the barn reminder, if you have a breed champion or reserve champion, you need to be getting those ready to come back to the ring. We will call you We'll ask for all the breed champions first, and then we'll ask for all the breed reserve champions second. So just be getting ready. We're going to finish this class of cross gilts, judge our champion, reserve champion cross gilt, and then we'll be bringing the champions in for the champion drive, grand champion drive. Thank you.
Another nice class of gilts out here. The gilt that I started with is the most attractive. She is the one that's most extended. She's the best in her design overall. When we view her, really big top gilt. You can even see that shape, I think, from the side out there. She's got a tremendous amount of top in her. She's got some rib. She's got some depth of rib in her. I think she's got enough muscle from behind. She teeters on wanting to be a little bit wide from walking from behind, but I think she's acceptable still. The pig that I used in second. Go ahead. That's all right. The black-headed pig out here, one of them that as he drives, you know, this old pig's got some shape in him. He's got some width. He's got enough look in him. Just a nice kind of pig that I think logically falls into the second hole. The pig that we used in third, the black pig out here, young man, if you'll turn him out. One of them that's got a ton of muscle in him when you study him. I just want to stouten this pig up as far as bone work. One of them that, you know, it gets a little coarser for me up through his front end, especially up right in front of those blades. He really gets coarse. I'd like to just make him a little different there, extend him out just a notch. Make his head fit his body a little bit better, maybe would be the better term for it. But if you want some muscle, there's no doubt that this rascal has plenty of muscle in him. Next pig we have coming out kind of gets left to the bottom. Another pig that's got a tremendous amount of muscle. I just think he looks to me like he gets a little shorter hip, gets a little rounder hip than the pigs above him. Just a notch smaller in overall makeup, overall design of some of the pigs we used above. 4 nice pigs in this class again. Let's give them a round of applause.
Placings in our last class of cross breeding gilts. 4th place goes to Dallas Oliver, Cibolo Creek FFA. 3rd place goes to Cass Pape, Marion FFA. 2nd place goes to Hayden Warrendale, Navarro FFA. And 1st place goes to Kaylee Miller, Marion FFA. Kaylee will also receive a bump check for $75 from Seguin Swine Breeders. The breeder was BC Show Pigs. breed champions, start heading your way to the arena. Breed champions. We'll call the reserves in just a few minutes.
Well, I'm really pleased with our class winners out here. I think there are three really nice kind of gilts that a person could take into a breeding program and do a lot with, depending on what boars you want to use. There's one out here that just has that extra look to it, has that extra muscle down its top. One of them that's extremely tall at the point of the shoulder. One of them that, just has some rib shape to it. Really high-headed kind of pig. That's going to be the pig out of our middle class is going to be our champion.
Champion breeding gilt goes to Holly Alderson, Marion FFA.
Well, I think it gets close out here for me between the other two class winners that we have left out here, the blue and the pig out of the youngest class. I think both of them are really good, usable kind of hogs. I think both of them could fit into a breeding program quite well. I guess the one that hit me pretty hard in class, and she's a little more mature at this point, but I think she's a pretty good one. Is going to be our blue, is going to be our reserve.
Reserve champion goes to Jeannie Woodley, Seguin FFA. Congratulations.
He said, I don't know how much, what kind of guilt. He tried, he said he did over it. And somebody else, he was over the tried. That's help. That's the man non-inflammatory. Well, next, non-inflammatory. No feel better, no appetite back. Weak, pain. That's what it does. It really doesn't help with the rest of the conjunction of the respiratory drug, like baby drugs, like is it still? Oh, really? He had it, he was getting ready to fly, and I'm sitting here home, and all of a sudden, he went in.
While we're taking a little break here, just want to go ahead and say thank you to the Swine Committee. This has been a difficult year for the whole Swine Committee, and we've got this show tonight. It's set up. We're not in our normal location. There was a lot of transition going on, and a lot of people had to put their heads together to get this show going and keep it intact for our kids. And so hats off to them and for all the help they do and all the volunteers that we have here tonight, and for all the volunteers that will be coming tomorrow to help in the ring and help sort these animals out. A big thank you to everybody. And I'm sure it's truly appreciate it. And we look forward to tomorrow as well. Thank you. Okay, we're ready for our champion drive. We're going to go ahead and bring them in the same way they came into the arena. We're going to start here with our champion, Berkshire Gilt. She's shown by Kendall Dilling, Marion FFA. Coming next will be our champion Chester, shown by Donald Bigelow, Marion FFA. Feel free to give them a hand as they come in, folks. Coming in next is our Duroc Breeding Gilt, shown by Donald Bigelow, Marion FFA. Coming in next is our champion Hamp, shown by Hayden Warndell, Navarro FFA. The next pig entering will be our champion Hereford Gilt, shown by William O'Neill, Navarro FFA. Our Landrace Breeding Gilt champion, shown by Brindley Forts, Cibolo Creek FFA. Our champion Poland Breeding Gilt, shown by Case Kelso, Marion FFA. Cross Kelso, excuse me. Did it again. Our champion spot breeding gilt, shown by Eric Toscano, Cibolo Creek FFA. Our champion Yorkshire Breeding Gilt, shown by Case Kelso, Marion FFA. Okay, there. And our champion cross gilt coming in from one of the holding pins over there is Holly Allerson, Marion FFA. Please bring up your reserve champion breeds now. Bring them to the holding area, please. All reserve breed champions. As our judge makes his selection, we want to say a special thank you to Edward Schneider for coming here today and helping us out. We appreciate his efforts. He's done a fine job. He's got a great set of gilts to work with here. I'm sure he's got a tough decision ahead of him.
Well, it's been a pleasure to be here tonight to go through the hogs and work with the young people out here. Really great set of kids. Let's give all the kids that showed a round of applause for tonight, doing a great job. Overall, the pigs were really well taken care of. You can tell by the skin and hair and such as that. I think that they've done an outstanding job of getting them ready to show. Some of the haircuts are a little different than some of the other ones. Not sure I like the new style all the time, but, there's a tremendous set of pigs out here. I think that there's a lot of similarities in them. If you look at the look and design that I tried to put up in my top end of the pigs, I think there's a lot of them out here that have it. I think that, I'm not going to waste a lot of time going through all of them, but there's several pigs out here that I think they're just really good in their breed, really good overall. I think really nice set of pigs out here. There's one of them, though, that to me is just really, really good. Has what I'm looking for in a breeding hog as far as that front end extension, that great look, that tallness at the point of the shoulder, that body shape, that rib shape, some top shape in them, plenty of muscle, but not too much muscle. That's going to be our crossbred. It's going to be our champion pig.
Congratulations.
I think it's a really neat individual. It checks all the boxes for me. There's really not many holes in that pig, just a really good breeding piece. I think that young lady's going to have a lot of fun if she goes anywhere else with him as well.
Congratulations to Holly Allerson. She exhibited the Supreme Champion Gilt here today. That was the Cross Gilt. Congratulations to her. And now we're judging for our reserve.
Well, there's several other nice pigs out here that could certainly be considered strongly for our reserve honors. But there's one out here that hit me extremely hard when we showed it in class and then in the champion drive. Just an outstanding pig that's really long bodied, extended again, a lot like our crossbred, lots of muscle, tall at the shoulder, one of them that's expressive down its top, really has a killer look on the side profile. And that's saying something. Sometimes this breed gets a little cresty neck. Sometimes they get a little uglier fronted. Not all the time, because there's one out here that's not that way. Our champion Chester is going to be our reserve.
Exhibitor of the reserve champion breeding gilt goes to Donald Bigelow, Marion FFA, with his Chester gilt. Congratulations. And that wraps our breeding show. Thank you very much for everybody attending. We'll see you tomorrow morning for the Market Hog Show at 8 o'clock in the morning. Thank you. Have a safe trip home.